What if I revealed that a single subtle habit is silently sapping your vitality, eroding your self-assurance, and anchoring you in a life that feels stagnant? You wake up drained, uninspired, and caught in an endless loop you can't seem to break. But what if the key to unshakable self-discipline and authentic strength has been right in front of you all along, waiting to be rediscovered? Stay with me, because after this, you'll never view this habit the same way again. At Stoic Wisdom, we're diving deep into a topic rarely discussed openly but universally experienced: masturbation. Society often dismisses it as normal, even beneficial. But have you ever paused to challenge that narrative? What if this so-called harmless habit is causing more harm than you realize? The ancient Stoics, some of the wisest minds in history, understood a truth modern culture often overlooks. They championed discipline, warned against the pursuit of fleeting pleasures, and unlocked the path to true self-mastery. Today I'm sharing their timeless wisdom to help you break free, reclaim your strength, and transform your life. Let's start by confronting the problem head-on. You know that sinking feeling after giving in, the guilt, the lethargy, the sense that something vital has slipped away. Science backs this up. Each indulgence triggers a flood of dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical. It feels rewarding in the moment, but there's a catch. The more you chase this quick hit, the more your brain craves it, wiring itself for instant gratification. Over time, this addiction to easy pleasure leaves you drained, unmotivated, and disconnected from your deeper goals. Your ambition fades, replaced by a cycle of seeking the next fleeting reward without ever achieving anything meaningful. The Stoics recognized this trap centuries ago, long before neuroscience confirmed it, and their insights are more relevant than ever. The Stoics, those titans of philosophy, saw through the illusion of unchecked pleasure. Seneca, a cornerstone of Stoic thought, declared, "No one is free who is enslaved to their body." Every time you surrender to this habit, you reinforce a mindset of weakness, subtly convincing yourself that you need this fleeting escape. But in truth, it's not you controlling the urge, it's controlling you. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, urged us to master our desires rather than be ruled by them. He knew that true freedom comes from self-control, not from chasing momentary highs. The more you pursue instant gratification, the further you drift from lasting fulfillment, becoming a prisoner to your own impulses. History's greatest men, warriors, leaders, visionaries, shared a common trait: they tamed their desires. They refused to let base urges dictate their actions, and that discipline fueled their greatness. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe this principle is timeless. The habit of masturbation, when left unchecked, becomes a subtle chain, binding you to a cycle of dependency. Each indulgence chips away at your mental clarity, your drive, and your confidence, leaving you less equipped to tackle life's challenges. The Stoics warned against overindulgence in any form, knowing it erodes the foundation of a strong mind. But they didn't just point out the problem, they offered a way out. Their philosophy provides practical tools to break free from this cycle and harness your energy for something greater. By understanding the trap of pleasure-seeking, you can begin to see this habit for what it is: not a harmless release, but a thief stealing your potential. The question is, how do you escape? How do you reclaim the power that's rightfully yours? The Stoics have the answer, and it's simpler than you might think, rooted in principles that have guided men to greatness for centuries. So, how do you break free from a habit that's been holding you back? At Stoic Wisdom, we turn to 3 Stoic principles to guide you: self-discipline, purpose, and transmutation. First, self-discipline is the cornerstone of freedom. Epictetus taught, "No one is truly free who is not master of themselves." The moment you choose to resist this habit, you begin to forge a stronger mind. Self-discipline isn't about deprivation, it's about prioritizing what truly matters over what's easy. Each time you say no to the urge, you build mental resilience, weakening its grip on you. Over time, the habit loses its power and you gain control. Second, find your purpose. The Stoics believed a life without meaning is a life wasted. Many men fall into this habit because they lack a greater mission to channel their energy into. Imagine pouring your focus into building a business, mastering a craft, or pursuing a bold vision. Suddenly, mindless indulgence feels trivial. Replace the habit with something that ignites your soul and watch how it transforms your priorities. Third, practice transmutation. The Stoics, like ancient warriors and thinkers such as Nikola Tesla, understood that sexual energy is a man's most potent force. When wasted on fleeting pleasure, it drains your potential. But when redirected into creativity, ambition, or discipline, it becomes a wellspring of unstoppable drive. Tesla himself channeled this energy into his groundbreaking inventions, proving its power. By embracing these principles, you can break the cycle. Imagine waking up each day with razor-sharp focus, surging confidence, and a fire to achieve your goals. Your testosterone rises, your mind clears, and your sense of purpose strengthens. This is the Stoic path to freedom, not just quitting a habit, but becoming the man you were destined to be. Picture this: you wake up every morning with unshakable confidence, free from guilt or weakness, brimming with energy to conquer your day. Your focus is razor sharp, your motivation unstoppable, and your mind fully under your control. This is what happens when you break free from the habit that's been draining you. At Stoic Wisdom, we're not just talking about quitting a behavior. We're talking about unlocking your true potential, the kind of strength the Stoics championed. History's greatest men weren't ruled by their impulses, they mastered themselves first, and that self-mastery paved the way for their legendary achievements. Now, the choice is yours. Will you stay trapped in a cycle that steals your vitality, or will you rise above it, reclaiming your power? The Stoics remind us that true freedom begins with discipline, with saying no to what's easy and yes to what's meaningful. This isn't just about breaking a habit, it's about forging a life of purpose, strength, and fulfillment. If you're ready to take control and start living like a true Stoic, the journey begins now. Subscribe to Stoic Wisdom for more insights to guide you toward self-mastery. Hit that like button if this resonates, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's build a community of men committed to becoming their best selves. The challenge is clear. Will you let this habit define you, or will you define yourself? Choose wisely, because your future starts with the decisions you make today.